Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, no short story. I'm sorry, but one thing, the weather isn't really up for a stroll. It's raining all day. It's grey and miserable. So, no stroll. Second thing, I also actually want to write on the bigger thing again. And if I only write short stories, that won't happen. I'm still in the prologue. In the beginning of the prologue there, so that needs to happen too. So, no short story today, but this interlude. The first of many, I can tell you that much. So, what to do now? Let's talk about the short stories I've written. Yay! First and foremost, mach's gut, mein Freund, und nennt mich aber nur Jay. I'm very proud of Mach's gut, mein Freund. It's actually the one short story that had cooked long enough in my head, and I'm satisfied with. And yes, I will never 200% perfectly satisfied with any of what I do in terms of writing. That's normal. So, what did happen there? Matthias Trieber died. Implied by murder. And Nicholas Bromov is basically his heir. To bring happiness to the children there. For the happiness of the children is Mr. Triebald's excuse me. Mr. Triebald's revenge on the village. On the adults that have scorned him and mistreated him. Abused his trust, so on and so forth. So he made the children smile and made them happy. I don't go into detail what happened between Mr. Triebald and the other adults. That's for you to decide. I just say that village is rather small. And he was a woodcarver. He carved toys and figurines. Toys for the children and figurines for the village church. You can set it in our medieval time. It would be perfectly fine. You could also set it in our current time. A small village where children still go out and play. It would also be fine too. And why isn't there a police investigation then? Who said that there isn't? Short stories are just a slice of life, a window we watch through, a rather limited one, by time and space and frame. We won't see all. And not for long. Imagine you are just zapping through the TV channels and watch for some reason one of the channels for 5 minutes and then zap further. That's a short story. Then nennt mich einfach nur Jay. That thing was a birthday present. And an early present for his 1000th video. That's basically, that happened from my side also. I said on his channel, on one of his videos, hey, it's J-Day! Happy J-Day! Yes, he calls his birthday J-Day, because why not? So I decided, I asked him if he wants a short story. Sure enough, yeah. He listened to it, he said, dude, I can't understand a word. And because it was a present, I said, okay, I write it down for you in English. Which I did. I have to ask if he got it. He should, but I have to ask. So, what happened there? Basically, it was an entire piece of fiction. He was Earl of don't know what, a small town, a little bit of land. He was nobility in that story. And he was very in touch with the peasants and locale. He had his antics to amuse his subjects, but was also very serious in what he did. Even his humor. Humor is serious business. So, the story begins when he comes to me, because I'm an asshole and write myself into it. And he comes to me after one of his antics, which included eating crackers without anything to drink. And we just sit there and discussed the play of his peasantry. We want a pond that in which we can swim and wash clothes and fish. And we just pondered and discussed. At one point, we split the pond up into 3 separate ponds. One for fishing, one for washing clothes, and one for swimming. All 3 connected, of course. He stormed out, thanked me for my help. You can decide how much I helped. If I just sit there and said, yeah, that's an idea, yeah, okay, that's an idea too, or maybe if you do this and that, yours to decide. I didn't write all. Use your imagination, if you have one. If not, try to imagine anyway. Use your fantasy. He stormed out and got right to work. A few days later, he was on a raft, relaxing and chilling with his entire peasantry. When I got there, he basically just opened the ponds and hey, was fun to write it. And that story was completely on the point, on the spot. I sat there on the resting place in the forest during my stroll, sat there and thought, what do I write? And then I just did. A little bit of fun, a little bit light-hearted, I hope. Don't know if I succeeded actually. But hey, But hey, it was fun to write it. I had fun. I also had a little bit of fun to read it, even though I said, why didn't I make a clean copy? But I had fun. Now, Marionette und die Sorgen eines Herzogs. Those two are important for the bigger thing. Marionette and Herzog Leske and König Amrik will make an appearance. Marionette will have a bigger role. I already know that. I just need her to get out of her tower. Don't know how I do it. Maybe she already is. At the end of her short story, she got a visitor. Maybe that visitor wasn't a kind one. But hey, it stopped at the point where she got the visitor. She will find the main protagonist of the bigger story, don't worry, or other way around. Didn't have to decide, or they find each other. Also a possibility. I just have to go past the prologue. And now the letter. First, everything Marionette wrote is the truth. Die Dürrenmänner, aka the Twiggy Man, are skeletons, but she doesn't know what a skeleton is, so she just assumes and gives them another name. And she doesn't see anything evil in what her master did. And you can already tell what her master did just by the fact that skeletons were the guardians of the tower. And that her master created her. And that she's called a monster by the nearby village. But everything she wrote is the truth. She doesn't know any better, though. Why should she lie? She has no reason to. Maybe her master lied to her, I don't know. But he doesn't. Everything she wrote from her perspective is the truth. From her perspective. Now, the letter. Sorgen eines Herzog. There's a lot more going on. I already said that you should take that story with a grain of salt. I won't tell you the reason. Just that there's more going on than our dear Leske has written. Will also play a major role of the past of the story. So, what happened in Dragenburg, according to him? The wood folk and the people of the mountain banded together and destroy the whole city, slaughtering all the innocents, and the innocents that got away are deeply disturbed and slightly crazy. He says confused and put them in cloisters so that they're away. Of course, not all of them are in cloisters, because maybe some of his troops didn't save some people, so on and so forth. As always, a loose end, always. But he made sure that most of the survivors are taken care of in cloisters. Dragonbook was burnt down to the ground. Corpses with axes stuck in, and banners flying around of the people of the mountain. Now, the grain of salt, one of them, Dragonbook didn't hear or see the attack coming. That may or may not be a lie, because of a geographical or local, because of the local geography. There is something that may give away every traveler to Dragonbook and from Dragonbook. Now, Vending was also hit, not as hard as Dragonbook, because as he claimed, that was the video, the Minecraft video. Where was I? Vending. He claimed that the Vendinger, how do I Englishify this? The Vendingians saw the fire of Dragonbook. Let's say the local geography worked in their favor too. And because they are further away from Dragonbook, they had more time. But that will all explored in the bigger story, don't worry. Just a grain of salt. There is something in the surroundings of those two cities that doesn't fit in. What dear Leskis said. Just keep that in mind. I already know what it is. I just have to go past the bloody prologue. Because the prologue actually deals with this little incident. I already know that much. Now, that's basically it. Little bit of explaining about the short stories for all of my English viewers, and a little bit of grain of salt. Oh, before I end, the letter doesn't end with, "Oh, my dear king, I am ashamed to report, but this happened." No. Our dear Leske wants to go to war against the forest folk and the people of the mountain, and urges his king to war. Of course, he will stand by his side loyally. I leave it to you to doubt his every word. but I tell you that much. The incident of Dragonbook and vending happened. Why did it happen? Maybe it was a woodfog, maybe it was something else. I don't want to tell you. But I think I have given so much information about that one short story that it's pretty obvious by now. Maybe I should just shut up. And maybe I should just end this little recording here. Thank you for listening to my 20-minute rambling. And as I said earlier, this is the first of many interludes. Because I don't always want to write short stories. I also want to write on the bigger one. Which will hit this channel too, don't worry. Don't you worry. So, with that, I say good night and sleep well.